Hello, all my chickadees, and welcome. Today we're going to be playing Frostbite. Now, this game is the very last one I have left to play from Sopophobia Studios. I'm sorry if I messed that up. I tried my best. Now, this group is the one that made John Doe, Purple, Phobia Project, House Hunted. You know, all these games I absolutely love. This is the last one that they have posted that I can play right now. I mean, a lot of them are demos, so we will be playing more from them in the future, but as of right now, this is the last one. I put it off for a little bit because I didn't want it to end. This is the last one. Now, this one, from what I gather, is a prequel to Purple, and it's about Tate. So, looks like Tate's had a bloody past. But without further ado, let's dive in and find out what Tate's been up to. Everyone has a name. What's yours? Okay. Should we go by Sparrow this time? Yeah. Sparrow. Okay. Hope you guys can hear it okay. The icy wind beats against your car as you drive down the snow-powdered back road. You crank the heater up, hoping to get some much-needed reprieve from the cold interior of your car. The roads are pitch black in the distance. The only light breaking through are your headlights against a blanket of white. Wow, it's really coming down. I thought the weather wasn't supposed to be getting bad until tomorrow night. The road's already getting so icy. Maybe I should pull over and check the map. You fumble with the glove box, trying not to take your eyes off the road, but your thick, knitted mitts snag on the latch. You tug at it, and you could feel a thread getting pulled. Letting out a grunt, you leaned over in your seat to find a better angle. Okay, driving and getting distracted, that's not going to end well. The action takes your eyes off the road for a moment, and... oh dear. Whoa! You swerve slightly, your tires struggling to gain traction on the chilled asphalt. You can hear your heart racing as you gain control, and you realize your glove came free in your panic. You sigh in relief as you continue through the woods towards your new home with your new roommate. When you answered the roommate wanted listing, you hadn't realized just how in the middle of nowhere it was, and with a snowstorm coming, the thoughts of getting snowed in begin racing through your mind. Okay, so we didn't crash, we just swerved. And we're answering a roommate wanted ad without apparently meeting the roommate. Whoops. Maybe not the best idea. Okay. Oh, and by the way, did you guys notice? Look at the icon. It's a finger. It's a finger. Maybe I should stop and get supplies. What if they aren't prepared? I wouldn't want to end up going hungry and get cabin fever or something. Well, if they live out here in the cabin, I'm pretty sure they're prepared. Huh? Just as you pass through a tunnel of thick trees, you spot a beacon in the distance, lighting up the otherwise inky forest. You can't believe your luck a store would be open this late at night, especially in the middle of nowhere. Market smile. Carefully turning into the parking lot from the slick road, you pull into the parking place closest to the door. It looks like there's only 3 cars here besides you. You take note of the dirty tan pickup truck parked right in front. It looks old and well-loved, the paint chipping in many places, and the passenger window has a crack, and you're surprised it's holding up. Your eyes move down to the rear end and notice the dark brown stains leaking from beneath the tailgate. You chalk it up to belonging to a seasoned hunter. Maybe. Scanning the rest of the parking lot, you notice the only other car is parked off to the side of the building. Out of plain view, some cheap green sedan with duct tape patching up some very obvious dents, as if it's helping. You rub your arms as the cold chills finally get to you, and you take it as your sign to get inside. The automatic door is sliding open with a strained obedience, and you notice the hours sign on the door had been haphazardly scribbled out with a Sharpie. Guess they make their own hours here. Works for you. As you walk into the store, you notice it's not much warmer than outside. Disappointing, but at least there's no wind. You tighten your coat a bit more around your shoulders and you take a look around. It's a pretty normal store, exactly what you expect from a place that's so out of the way. The aisles look well stocked, enough for you to get everything you need for the next few days, and it looks like they even have a toiletry section. The last thing you notice is a bored-looking cashier who looks like he'd rather be anywhere else, and you can't blame him. He's just as bumbled up, even though he looks more used to this weather than you. His name tab is visible enough to read, and you notice his name is Vic. You consider what it's short for a moment before he glances up at you with an annoyed look in his eyes before looking back down at his magazine. Hey, out-of-townie. You gonna buy something or just stand there? 'Cause if you're gonna stand there, I might as well give you a job as a coat rack. His curt rudeness catches you off guard. You hesitate to respond. He doesn't really seem like the type to care if you talk back anyway, as you slowly watch him flip through the pages of the magazine. Oh, yeah, sorry. Do you know which aisle the meat is on? I'm kind of in a hurry to get out of here before the snow gets worse. You stand and wait expectantly for an answer as Vic flips another page, as if you didn't say anything at all. Finally, after several moments, he half glances back up at you for a moment and shrugs his shoulders. You feel the frustration in your chest, but only manage to muster out a defeated sigh as you begin to stride past him and towards something. You can hear him laugh snidely under his breath as you pass by, and you roll your eyes. You only asked because the moment was so awkward. You don't need to be told how to use a grocery store. Butcher's in the back. Good luck. You barely hear his tired response as you make your way towards the back, through the labyrinth of aisles. The store is quaint. It mostly has off-brand products you never heard of before. You grab a stray hand basket that's been left on the floor and start mindlessly tossing things inside. You don't know if you're going to be snowed in, or if you are, even how long you'll be, but it's better safe than sorry. I mean, yeah, it is better safe than sorry. Finally, making your way to the end of the aisle, you can see the red glow of fresh meats under a display freezer light. You catch a few glimpses of someone moving back and forth. They look big, and you remember Vic wishing you good luck. You start to wonder what he meant by that as you inch your way towards the back. As you approach the butcher counter, you notice the butcher is missing now. You could have sworn you saw someone shifting around back here. You ring the little bell on the countertop. Nothing. Oh well, it's not like you need anything cut for you anyway. There's a huge selection of cuts right in front of you. You bend over and study the meats through their cellophane packaging. You've never seen meat this fresh before. The marbling is unique too, and the bright cherry red color feels as if it's drawing you in. There's so much too. The open freezer's almost spilling over with packages of all different cuts, the names of which have been handwritten on each in sloppy script. You can't imagine that such a small town has this much demand for meat. Oh, it's Tate! Hey, Tate! Ah, we met him in the Purple demo. He moved in and became a neighbor to Randall. And was flirting with Randall, too. You're so swept up in the gorgeous states that you don't notice the huge man that's now eyeing you over the counter like a hungry wolf. Like what you see, honey? You jump at the sudden vocalization and take a step back as you take in the visage of the man before you. He's big. Real big. You feel intimidated immediately, but you can feel your cheeks heat up as your eyes drift down to his big muscular arm. He definitely works out. You also notice all the scars covering his body from head to toe. You can't help but wonder where they came from, but you know it would be rude to just ask. As if reading your mind, the man chimes up. Taking in the goods, sweetheart? Don't be nervous. I know I look big and scary, but I promise you I'm as gentle as a lamb. I'm Tate. Tate Frost. You look like you ain't from around here, are ya? I just moved in. Truth, I'm from around here. Dude, you just moved in. Let's tell the truth. You don't really have a reason to lie. He seems nice, and he's just trying to make a conversation. Quite a stark contrast to Vic up front. Maybe that's why he doesn't like Tate. I actually just moved here. It's quite a change for me. I haven't really gotten used to the, quaintness of all this. I'm Sparrow, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Heh. Cute. If you want, I can help you get used to the quaintness around here. I know how lonely it can be in these woods. Ain't much for miles and all. I could definitely, help keep you warm at night if you want it, Sha. You could feel the blush on your cheeks intensify at his forwardness. Part of you wanted to take him up on his offer, and the rational part of you kept you grounded in the fact that this was still a stranger. Oh, taken in immediately. Shaw is Cajun, but I cannot do a Cajun accent, so you guys just have to deal with like a slightly country accent. The least he could do was buy you dinner first. So, what's a cute thing like you doing out here so late anyways? Oh, I'm just stocking up before the snowstorm. Aren't you worried you'll get snowed in here or anything? It's coming down pretty hard, and the roads won't be safe for long. Nah, I ain't worried. I was planning on sleeping here anyway. What? You're sleeping here? Is that safe? God damn, you're cute. How am I gonna let you get away? Awful sweet of you to care, honey. But I'm a big, strong guy. Ain't no one messed with me, left totally intact. Ain't nothing to concern yourself over, sweetheart. Tate's voice dripped with a cold, yet confident malice that felt as if it was drawing you in, making you more and more curious of just what this man was capable of. You could feel in the back of your mind to leave, to pick up on danger, but there was something about him that made you feel strangely comfortable. You considered giving him your phone number. That'd probably be a mistake. You've always been a bit overly cautious, and you're pretty sure this grocery store is the closest one to your new home. It'd be best to get to know him a little better. Maybe chat with him whenever you bought groceries. You thinking about something, my Shah? You looking awful deep in thought. Tate's oh, he's husky. I forgot about that. So a little deeper, a little huskier. Okay, I'll try. Tate's husky voice snapped you back to reality, and you gather your thoughts. It was starting to get late, and you had better get your supplies and get going. You'll definitely be coming back soon. Oh, right. Sorry. I better get moving. I totally forgot about the snowstorm and everything, but, I'll be back. I don't live far from here, and I'd love to maybe get to know you better. What was the thing you said? Shaw? I'm guessing that's like some kind of slang for friend, right? My God, you're adorable, you know. I could really just eat you up. No, honey. Shaw is essentially a Cajun for sweetheart, or something I think is too cute. It may have been freezing in the grocery store, but you could no longer tell how hot your body felt. A wave of embarrassment mixed with lascivious shyness surging through your body. Yep, you called him Shaw. This guy was coming on strong, but part of you really liked it. You're Cajun? I guess that explains your accent. How long have you been here? You don't seem like the type to move up to New England. Oh, so we're in New England. It's pretty cold compared to down south and all. My body... Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing with him now. Has a husky voice, he's Cajun, but he says some things that southern people do, which I guess Cajun is like southern. Okay. Let's see if I can do a deep voice. My bo- My body is pretty warm naturally, so the cold don't bother me all too much. I've been here a few months, give or take, but I move around a lot. Got into a little trouble back home. Weren't nothing too big like jail time, but I was feeling it was time for a change. Got a pretty nice deal on a trailer near here that don't ask questions. Always had a pretty good luck and all. I'm feeling pretty lucky tonight too, getting to meet you and all. You smile up at him and shift your feet slightly. The more you talk with him, the more drawn in you feel, and you know if you don't stop now, you might just be spending the night here with him. It's already like, I'm being pulled in by charisma here. Reaching towards the ample selection of meats, you toss a few of the reddest cuts you see into your basket. You still can't believe how beautiful all these cuts are, and you're excited to try them for dinner. You feel Tate watching over you as you shop. You can't quite discern his energy. It feels as if it goes back and forth between a protective eye and a hungry one. Standing up straight again, you make eye contact with the man you hope to get to call your friend, and lift your basket up for him to see in a gesture of farewell. This point, I think our boy might want to be more than friends. Well, this has been really nice. I feel like it might even be fate that I wandered in here tonight. I have to get a little more shopping done, but hopefully you'll be working next time I come in and we can continue our conversation. I'd love to get to know you better. The pleasure's all mine, honey. Maybe next time I can show you the fresher meat we keep in the freezer. You smile one last slightly confused smile and turn towards the aisles. There's still quite a few things you need to grab before you get out of here. As you walk down the aisles, grabbing random necessities, you can't help but think about Tate. He's so mysterious, yet charming, and well, you can't get his physique out of your mind either. You're really hoping something more will come of this. You aren't exactly looking for a relationship, but who knows where this could lead. You're so preoccupied with your thoughts, you hardly notice your basket is now totally full. The last item you grab clatters loudly onto the floor. Just going through, putting everything in our cart, not even paying attention. Oh my gosh. That's going to be a fortune right there. That's going to be a fortune. You curse a little under your breath as you reach down to grab it. A little bit embarrassed that you let your mind wander for so long on Tate. I guess that's your sign to leave at least. Hey! Where's our dude at? You make your way up to the register and place your basket on the counter. You glance around the front of the store, but Vic doesn't seem to be anywhere around. Maybe he's sleeping in the back or something, you think as you roll your eyes. Hello? Vic? Anyone? I'm ready to check out. You call out to the store, but no one seems to respond. An eerie nervousness starts to build up in your core. You know there's probably no need to panic, yet something about this feels really wrong, and it almost feels like someone is watching you. I'm gonna leave money on the counter, okay? And my phone number in case you need to contact me if it's not the right amount. You reach over the counter and rip off a little receipt paper and grab a pen, quickly jotting down your info and tossing some money alongside it. You're pretty sure you added up all the groceries and left a little extra just in case. Next, you toss your items in one of the plastic bags and head to the exit as fast as you can. You're not sure why, but you feel like you need to get out of here now. You stand in front of the door, gripping your shopping bag tightly. You're not sure why you're so nervous, but something in the pit of your stomach is screaming to run. You wave your hand in front of the sensors to no avail. The door doesn't want to open. You remember it was pretty creaky when you came in. Maybe it's just stuck. Setting your bag down, you try to get a grip between the doors, pushing them in opposite directions as hard as you can. But the door doesn't budge. You realize it must be locked. But why would it be? You're just talking to Tate. They wouldn't have closed the store with you inside, right? You all right, Shaw? You whip around quickly in a panic and come face to face with the man you were thinking about, as if on cue. Now that he's not behind a huge meat display, you can really see how big and intimidating he really is, as well as the blood-drenched apron that had been hidden just out of view. You take a step back, rationalizing that the blood is just from processing animals. He is a butcher, after all. That's pretty normal, but you can't help but notice how fresh it looks. It even shines slightly in the light. Your frazzled mind must be playing tricks on you. Everything okay? I heard you making a ruckus up here and came to check on you. Oh, I think the door is locked and I can't seem to find Vic. Is the store closed now? I left money on the counter, if that's okay. Why do I keep getting something in the middle there? Something about this didn't feel right. You watched as Tate looked you up and down, then to the door, then back to the counter as if confirming your story. He strolled past you as if nothing was wrong, and you kept your eyes on him as he tugged at the front door the same way you did. Huh, that's awful weird, ain't it? We're not supposed to be closed for another couple hours. Guessing Vic might have locked up before disappearing, huh? Well, that's all right. I got my own keys in the back. Come on, we can go together so you ain't scared. Do we follow him or stay put? I think it might be smarter to stay put. Because I have a feeling if we go in the back, we're going to die. I kind of want to see it, you know? Yeah, let's follow him. You shyly nod in agreement as he smiles warmly at you. It'd probably be safe just to stick with him instead of waiting by yourself up front if something did happen to Vic. You just can't shake your uneasy nerves, but following closely behind Tate makes you feel at least a little more protected. He's pretty intimidating, and you doubt anyone would mess with him. You can hold on to me if you like. I can tell you're still a little bit shaken up, honey. You blush a little and try to relax. It's a little embarrassing that he can read you so well, but it's also comforting that he seems to care. Slowly lifting your arms out, you gently grip onto Tate's tank top, trying not to get too close, that is awkward, but close enough that you could feel his warmth. He wasn't lying when he said he was naturally warm, and it makes you want to get even closer to him when you realize just how cold you've been in this grocery store. As if reading your mind, Tate reaches back and grabs your hands, tugging you closer until your body is pressed up against him. You let out a surprised gasp as you allow him to wrap your hands around his waist. Oh, we close now. You instantly feel warmer, pressed against him, as if you tossed on a heated blanket. You sigh and relax into him as he slows his pacing until he stops walking, stopping short of the meat section. You know, I usually like to take things a bit slower than this, but you're just making it too hard for me, Sparrow. Your whole body suddenly feels flushed and you can feel sweat beating up against your skin. If it was any colder in here, you bet you'd see steam rising off of you. Tate's hand grabs onto yours again as he flips you around to face him. Pressing you against the shelves, you can feel his thick, muscular chest pressing against you as he pins you there. Tate, buddy, we're supposed to go get some keys, not this. You can smell the sweat and cheap cologne on his skin as he holds you close. There's something else you can smell, but you can't quite place what it reminds you of. Your mind is spiraling with what's happening and your thoughts cloud. It's abrupt and you never thought you'd be doing something like this, but your body is screaming for more as you reciprocate his actions, pressing your body against his hungrily. Oh man, we about to make out in the store. Maybe a little bit more than make out in the store. Ooh. He lets go of your hands and grips your waist roughly, the sound of shelved items clattering to the ground. Damn, you're making this difficult. You know that? I got half a mind to tear into you right now. His voice was so rough in your ears it made you shiver as you let him continue to fill you up. You wanted him to go farther, but it felt like he was testing you, teasing you more and more with his rough, calloused fingertips. You needed to touch him too. You ran your hands against his thick, muscular arms, your fingers brushing against the deep scars. You could hear his breathing getting rougher as you made your way to his chest, pressing against his sturdy pectorals. He was built, but you could feel a soft layer of fat that made him pleasantly squishy to squeeze against. You could feel something much harder pressing against your groin that made you shiver in anticipation. He certainly had a reason for being so cocky. Oh, well, that got hot and heavy very quickly. And we're enjoying this, aren't we? Our character's like, well, you know, I was gonna take this slow, but but there's that hint of knowing the studio that there's something dark going on. I don't think we're just gonna have happy times here. I think something's about to happen. You know, we got that suspicion going on. You wanted to feel him more. You looked up at him as your hands reached the crease of his tummy, asking for consent with your eyes. He responded by smirking and backing his hips up slightly, inviting you to explore more, which you happily obliged. Running your hands across his soft, warm tummy and down to the front of his apron, you could feel his sizable cock against your hands as you felt him up. Huh, that's strange. Feels awfully wet already. He's wearing possibly 3 layers. You bring your hand up to check and see blood. A lot of blood. And it looks fresh. Suddenly you place cat in front of the screen. Hang on. A lot of blood. And it looks fresh. Suddenly you place what that third smell is. That lingering smell that could only be described as dirty copper. Your blood runs cold and you notice he stopped moving too. His expression, instead of his usual aloof grin, has turned cold and irritated. Well, shit, ain't that a mood killer, huh? You're frozen, unable to respond as he steps back from you. You stumble forward slightly, no longer having Tate to prop you up. Goosebumps begin crawling up your arms, and you start to feel that nervous, sickly feeling from before. Why is that blood so fresh? Leave it to Vic to be a cock block even now. Oh, it's Vic. I had my suspicions, but it's Vic. He killed Vic. Oh, no. Dude. Why? Why did you kill him? That's a shame. You weren't supposed to start getting scared till later. Well, I like to give my food a fighting chance, so you better start running now, rabbit. Oh, that music change. Hope you guys can hear it, but oh, that's good music. My food? He's a cannibal. He's a freaking cannibal. And we're a rabbit? Your mind is reeling in confusion as you turn your body and start backing up. Down the aisle as Tate hungrily watches you. You try to catch your bearings, then realization flooding into you. He finally takes a step forward, towards you, and your instincts kick in, turning hard on your heel and dashing towards the exit. Run, rabbit. You can't think straight as you run to the front, checking behind the counter frantically for the keys. You can hear Tate's heavy footsteps making their way slowly towards you. You can tell he's taking his time. The bastard's toying with you. God damn it, where are the keys? Screw it. You give up searching and run towards the doors. The doors are old and beat up. Maybe you could just pry them open and run for the car. You cram your fingers in between the gap in the middle and push hard. You can hear the metal creak and strain, but the lock is holding tight. You keep trying, fear building up inside you and the cold sweat on your hands making it harder and harder to get a grip. Gotcha, rabbit. Oh, no, we're having a killing stalking moment here. Getting hit in the head with a baseball bat. No. The last thing you feel is the hard, blunt end of an axe handle. Okay, axe handle to your temple, and everything goes black. Oh, there's Vic's body. What happened? My head is killing me. You blink your eyes a few times, trying to adjust to the darkness surrounding you. You can barely make anything out. The first thing you notice as your body wakes up is how cold you are. You can see your breath as you shakily breathe out. Hello? Is anyone there? You try to call out as loud as your weakened lungs could go, but you get no answer. You feel something trickling down your face and try to reach up to check, but you can't seem to move your arms. Looking down in a panic, you see that you're tied thoroughly to a chair you're sitting in with a thick rope. Your heartbeat starts to speed up as you try to pull yourself free. Help! Is anyone there? Please! You slowly try to breathe, your body shaking from fear, thoughts racing through your mind as you try to piece together what's happening. Next, you take in your surroundings, better now that you can see a little bit, and notice the huge rows of beef carcasses surrounding you. You must be in the meat freezers. You suddenly remember the grocery store in Tate. You feel a chill go down your spine as you continue to collect yourself. You notice the huge metal doors in front of you, keeping you trapped inside. They're most likely locked from the outside. Next, you notice... Oh, God. Vic? You tug at the ropes again frantically. This guy is going to kill you. There has to be a way out. You can't die like this. You don't understand. You thought Tate liked you. Why is he doing this? All your thoughts are suddenly silenced by the sound of a lock on the other side of the metal door being unlatched. Good morning, my shy. Get a good rest. You stare up at Tate as he leans into the doorway, his usual nice demeanor feeling so much more sinister now. Unable to speak out of fear, your eyes dart around the room for anything that could get you out of this. Hey. Don't stress yourself. I made sure you were nice and secure. You just sit back and relax. You watched as Tate produced a deck of cards from his pockets, shuffling them expertly before holding up a hand, the backs facing you mysteriously. I got a whole lot of fun playing for you, my Shah. So, let's see just how lucky you are. Ah, no! Holy crap! Thank you for playing our demo. If you'd like to support us, please check out our Patreon. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so good at leaving all their demos on a cliffhanger. Holy freaking crap. But Bostrom and Morris Fox, excellent job as always. I want to know. Oh my gosh. And now I'm thinking about in Purple how we just let Randall go in there and he was being so nice to Randall and like flirting with him, and now I'm like, oh my god, child, no. No, Randall, don't get close to him. He's going to kill you and eat you. Oh my god. Okay, wow, dang, that got intense fast, dang. Oh, another amazing game by the studio. Well, it's a demo. I can't wait to play more of their games. They've got a few demos out right now. I don't know which one they're working on right now for a full game, but dang, I'm definitely going to play them. Let me know down below. Leave a like. And I'll make sure to play more spooky games if I can find them. If you guys have any suggestions for some spooky BL games, let me know in the comments and I'll check them out. But we're done playing all the games by the studio and it feels kind of sad. But they have more coming in the future and I'm very much looking forward to that. Thank you for joining me for this interesting trip. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!